So, there are some Latinos going, and in spite of all the challenges, the family, the finances, the visas, all the mentality in the church and everything else, or the mentality maybe they grew up with rather, the ones who make it, who go, how do they make it work?
We're not sure yet.
There's no established pattern.
I don't think there is.
Fair enough.
It's I will say that many of us do not rely on Latin America for our funding.
Okay.
So I'm trying to increase my funding from Central America, but it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, also for the time that I lived in the States, I have really deep friendships and people who care about me. So they invest in me. But I see it in several missionaries here who it's easier to, write that newsletter to a Canadian that has a better income than to write it to your cousin who's barely making ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think we're all still learning to ask in Central America because we want to be invested in from Central America. And I see it especially with some of the Costa Rican missionaries who don't have a lot of ties to foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
They struggle a lot and it's hard. And they're doing the best that they can. And they're, the cheesy line of doing the possible so that God can do the impossible. And honestly, a lot of times, they maybe raise $300 a month. Maybe. Usually about $200. And the Lord just, in His kindness and faithfulness to them, provides the rest.
Mm.
But it's stressful, and in my opinion, it's really hard for that to be long-term sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Is from abroad, and so tell us a little bit about your family.
Yeah, so I am a Vietnamese American, and my parents are they're refugees, immigrants from Vietnam, and so they came over here and right after the war, and looking for a better life, looking for stability. Obviously, there is, tragedy and war that just happened, so they're looking for just a place to be okay. And so I was a daughter of immigrants, and so I was constantly told, live the American dream. We're here in America. Mm-hmm. Succeed, work really well, be a doctor. Not necessarily be a doctor, but be accomplished.
Right.
So that was the rhetoric that I always heard. And I grew up going to a Vietnamese church, and I would say that's also the same, thing. The encouragement is to do well. Mm-hmm. You're in America now, you acclimate to American culture.
Yeah.
But you still hold on to the Vietnamese culture, but, being both and.
So
a lot of them, their families gave all of their money, they pooled money so that this one person can go and work and make more money and send back to the...
Yeah.
So, that's pretty common in foreign countries. But that happened recently. And so my mom, people are trying to leave because it's not good. Why would you want to? So it just doesn't make financial sense. To the goal of having an American dream, it doesn't make sense. So.
Is this your mother's opinion of what you're doing still, or has she transformed over time?
I think she's changed. She still thinks that she's like, why do you want to live a hard life? I think she understands more now, but she thinks that it's not the most efficient way. She said, just send money to local pastors that are there, and that is the best that you can do.